everyone. Welcome to Starrytime at the St. Charles Public Library. I'm Miss Kit, and I'm really glad you could be with me here in the Helen Gale Story Room at the library. Tonight we're going to talk about bunnies. My little friend Bunny is going to help me read some stories, and we'll first sing our hello song though, before we get going reading. You'll say hello, and I'll say hello, and we'll say hello together. You'll say hello, and I'll say hello, in warm or wintry weather. Well, the first story that we're going to read tonight is called Muncha, Muncha, Muncha. And you can help me by saying Muncha, Muncha, Muncha when the time comes. This book was written by Candace Fleming and illustrated by G. Brian Karras. For years, Mr. McGreely dreamed of planting a garden. He dreamed of getting his hands dirty, of growing yummy vegetables, and of gobbling them all up. But he never once tried it until this spring, said Mr. McGreely. This spring, by golly, I'm going to plant a garden. So he hoed, and he sowed seeds, and he watched his garden grow. Lettuce, carrots, peas, tomatoes, yum, yum, yummy, said Mr. McGreely. I'll soon fill my tummy with crisp, fresh veggies. But one night when the sun went down and the moon came up, 3 hungry bunnies appeared. Tippy, 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 pat. Ready? Muncha, muncha, muncha. That's what the bunnies did when they found the vegetables. The next morning, when Mr. McGreely saw his gnawed sprouts, he was angry. So he built a small wire fence all around his vegetable garden. There, he declared, no bunny can get into my garden. And the sun went down, and the moon came up, and tippy, 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 pat, spring hurdle, dash, dash, dash. Muncha, muncha, muncha. They found the vegetables. The next morning, when Mr. McGreely saw his nibbled leaves and gnawed sprouts, he was really angry. So he built a tall wooden wall behind the small wire fence all around his vegetable garden. Humph, he huffed. Those flop ears will never get over it. No bunny can get into my garden now. Look who's watching. And the sun went down, and the moon came up, and tippy, 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 pat. Dig, scrabble, scratch, scratch, scratch. Spring hurdle, dash, dash, dash. Muncha, muncha, muncha. Those bunnies found the vegetables again. They found a way. What did they do? They dug tunnels under. Oh, poor Mr. McGreely. The next morning, when Mr. McGreely saw his chewed stems, his nibbled leaves, and his gnawed sprouts, he was really, really angry. So he made a deep, wet trench outside the tall wooden wall behind the small wire fence, all around his vegetable garden. Ha! He snorted. Those puff-tails can't get under it. They can't get over it. No bunny can get into my garden now. And the sun went down, and the moon came up, and tippy, 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 pat. Dive paddles, splash, splash, splash. Dig, scrabble, scratch, scratch, scratch. Spring hurdle, dash, dash, dash. Muncha, muncha, muncha. They found their way in. The next morning, when Mr. McGreely saw his chomped blossoms, his chewed stems, his nibbled leaves, and his gnawed sprouts, he was furious. So he hammered and blocked, sawed and stocked, drilled and filled and trapped and locked, and he built a huge, enormous thing before the deep, wet trench, outside the tall wooden wall, behind the small wire fence, all around his vegetable garden. "I've outsmarted those twitch whiskers for sure," he exclaimed. "They can't get through it. They can't get under it. They can't get over it. No bunny, no way, no how can get into my vegetable garden now." And the sun went down, and the moon came up, and tippy, 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 stop! The 3 hungry bunnies looked and smelled and touched the huge, enormous thing before them, and tippy, 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 pat, they hopped away. It was too big. The next morning, when Mr. McGreely saw his untouched vegetables, he was happy. No bunnies. "I beat the bunnies," he whooped, and he did a jiggly wiggly victory dance. Then he climbed over, jumped across, squeezed between, and crawled under until he reached his vegetable garden. "Ah," sighed Mr. McGreely, "at last." Smacking his lips, he picked and pulled up lettuce, carrots, peas, tomatoes, and with his basket overflowing, he reached inside for something yummy. Can you see what else is in the basket besides vegetables? Here's a clue. Some long ears. Muncha, muncha, muncha. The bunnies found their way in the basket. So Mr. McGreely decided to share his vegetables with the bunnies, who do love their vegetables. Well, I think there's time for one more book, and this book is called Hush, Little Bunny. It's a good bedtime book, and it was written by David Ezra Stein. "Come, little bunny, don't be shy. It's time to tell the snow goodbye." Springtime. "Hush, little bunny, don't you cry. Papa's gonna give you the big blue sky. And if that big blue sky clouds over, Papa's gonna give you a patch of clover." Bunnies love sweet clover. "And when that patch of clover is done, I'll give you a meadow where you can run. And if a hawk, a big, big hawk, comes gliding down, I'll show you a nest safe underground. And when that hiding place gets tight, I'll take you back into the light. And if the afternoon brings showers, we'll stay by a tree that's hung with flowers. And when those flowers blow away, we'll find some other bunnies and playing together with friends. And if those bunnies don't play fair, I'll growl at them just like a bear. Can you growl like a bear? Hush, little bunny, don't you cry. Papa's gonna show you a firefly. And if that firefly takes wing, I'll take you where the blackbird sings. There's the singing blackbird. And when the sun is sinking fast, we'll tunnel softly through the grass. Can you tell where they are in the tall grass? You can find a bunny by their tall ears sticking out of the tall grass. Come, little bunny, come what may, I'll watch you grow from day to day. And when the spring has come and gone, I'm still gonna love you all year long. I have one more thing to show you before we sing our goodbye song. It's the sign for bunny. What you do is you cross your hands together like this, and then you stick out your 2 fingers on each hand, your pointer finger and your middle finger, and you go like this. That's the sign for bunny. Doesn't it look like a bunny hopping? Well, my friends, it's time to sing our goodbye song now. You remember what we always sing. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Bye, Starrytime friends. I'll see you next time.